Hello everyone, today we're diving into a topic that's out of this world. We have two sad people, one is crying and the other is munching on snacks. When a loved one passes away, should we constantly reminisce or gradually move on? That's definitely a head scratcher. What do the scientists have? Forcing yourself to forget quickly might just send you on an emotional roller coaster. Long-term depression is no joke. Getting lost in memories can leave us stuck in a rut, losing the ability to live again. The continuing bond theory really feels like it's from another realm. In simple terms, this theory is all about gently weaving the memory of our loved ones into our lives as a little life hack. For example, keep some small sentimental items but don't go overboard, just a quiet remembrance on important days will do. Don't be too hard on yourself for reminiscing, and don't fear moving on either, because love never fades. It just changes form to quietly stay with you. But poor Mel still doesn't get it. Others can't fathom her pain because they've never faced that kind of despair. That day, Officer Lily was in the spotlight. Her daughter boarded the car, and she showed no mercy at all. This family is like a theatrical production. Daughter talks back, her mother gets furious. Who would have thought that simple words could lead to such a tragic event? That day, a nightmare emerged for Mel. She could never escape. Those unintentionally spoken words were caught in the whirlwind of fate, lingering in people's minds unbearably. But life must go on the next day, right? When faced with her silent son, Mel playfully flung cereal all over him with a spoon. That's just their little mother-son trick. Subtitles: Robbie's father, a retired police officer, married a 19-year-old girl after his retirement, divorced from Mel, and has become an uncle addicted to domestic violence in life. Mel has no feelings for him, but after her daughter's tragic death, this dad just doesn't care about the case. Total shocker. It's way too easy to say she has no resentment. This gentleman is quick to pick up on the 3 billboards issued during his break, as a retired cop too. He probably knows that cases without leads are tricky, but for Mel, the hardest part isn't his indifference, it's being told to look the other way. Even after the divorce, this guy still snaps at Mel from time to time. The family's past is hard to forget. Mel's eyes are red, but she stubbornly holds back, thinking, if I weren't here, would she still be here? I don't believe you, don't believe me, just ask the fruit boy. Watching Robbie's dodgy eyes, Mel feels her heart being struck, and guilt rushes in like a flood as she heads to the spot where her daughter was killed. On that desolate patch of grass, she plants blood-stained flowers, but her gaze is drawn to a deer in the distance. Deer nearby looks at her with pure and deep eyes. She wonders if it could be her daughter coming back from another world to see her. But in the next moment, she realizes that can't be her daughter. She's never coming back. That's an unchangeable reality. But the challenges of life don't stop there. She suddenly gets a notice to pay next month's rent. They change their tune, stating that the first payment was just a deposit. Mel knows they are making things tough on purpose, but she feels helpless. Just when Mel is at her wit's end, an employee rushes in, saying an anonymous package has arrived. Inside is a note and some cash. Just enough to cover next month's rent, and the note says, this money is for Mel's fun. Because she doesn't like dogs, she signed with a friend instead. Even though she doesn't know who this mysterious person is, they definitely saved Mel from her urgent troubles. While we empathize with Mel's pain, Willoughby enters the countdown of life. The doctor says it all subtly, but she keenly picks up on the deeper meaning. Next to her wife, she tries hard to keep a brave face, even though every breath feels like a heavy load. But when she's alone, her inner fragility bursts out like a rainstorm. She understands that fate has already set her final destination. Thus, she decides to spend her last moments with her loved ones. This family enjoys a warm and unforgettable afternoon by the river in the gentle breeze. That night, she hugs her 2 daughters close, placing a gentle kiss on her wife's cheek. Finally, she goes alone to Matsu, bids farewell to her beloved horse, and pulls a black bag over her head with the words written on it. Do not remove, just call the police. And just like that, she ended her life early, not because of the pressure from the 3 billboards, but from the torment of an incurable illness, or to spare her family from greater pain and burden. Though the case remains unsolved, she's not a coward, just someone who feels powerless. Wife is startled awake by the gunshot, trembling as she makes her way to the living room, struggling to believe what's happening. On her last day, she leaves behind the most beautiful love and family bond for her wife and daughter. She also leaves 3 heartfelt letters. The first one is for her wife, Annie. News of Willoughby's death spreads like a blockbuster headline. Everyone is immersed in sorrow and can't pull themselves out. Dixon, who respected her most, was so furious he got a stomachache, his anger unresolved, finally blaming Willoughby's death on the 3 billboards. She storms out of the police station, heading straight for the advertising company across the street. This time, Willoughby isn't there to stop her. Anger fills her mind, and she vents her emotions freely. Seeing Dixon waving his baton, the ad execs instinctively step back. She completely loses it and shatters the 2nd floor window, drawing Reed right out. That's not enough, she kicks struggling Reed twice for good measure. Little did she know, the scene was being witnessed crystal clear by the new chief of police. Faced with such a blatant disregard for the law, the chief demands she turn in her badge and service weapon immediately. Just put me in the police station, Dixon can only say helplessly. Regarding her superior's order, she has no idea what it could mean for her. The firepower is restrained. I didn't discuss it with you.